Hello, everyone. I'm Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. It's been too long, my love. It has been too long. It is
exciting. We're back.
Oh, it's such a good day. I want for my next guest, shame on you if you do not know her already, but I want for my next guest to introduce herself, her first and last name, and the name of her business.
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Ashley Owens. I'm your virtual networking concierge, and the name of my business is Ashley Assists.
Oh, and does she not assist? I mean, let's get into it. Times have changed, my beautiful friend.
Yes,
Times have changed, and it is a new climate out here in the World Wide Web. But just because you were in that traditional space of networking, getting comfortable with networking events, warm Chardonnay, cold hummus, name tag, now there's a new way of networking, right, in that space. And I'd love for you to kind of dive into some suggestions on how people can really make use of this time in the quarantine space.
Absolutely. So before all this pandemic happened, it was the on-site that was the most important, right? What events you're going to, who are you meeting when you're there, how are you following up, the whole nine. Now with pandemic happening and people kind of being thrusted into the virtual area, the best ways to continue to network is to just do the activity. I know that sounds kind of strange. However, everybody now is thirsty for interaction. They're thirsty for conversations one-on-ones.
Yeah.
If you get a stack of cards on your desk, go through that stack of cards and do a check-in. If you've got clients that you're trying to continue to build engagement with, nobody's buying right now. Let's be real about that. Nobody's buying right now. And if they are buying, it's because they're getting more and more comfortable with how things are going for the last month. The top three people you should be networking with are strategic partners, subject matter experts, and things and current network. Oh, Jesus, this coffee needs to have more alcohol in it. So strategic partners, strategic partners, subject matter experts, and your current network. So how are you to nurture them? LinkedIn is a great place to be in that space. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to be more intentional, which I learned from you. Be more intentional about the conversations that you're having. So as you are kind of going through LinkedIn, one of the cool tips that I express with people is that stay engaged, and if you're a subject matter expert in your field, you're pushing out content that provides that vision of who you are. When people start to engage, because they will if you do it properly, open the door for a conversation, 15-minute intro call. So if you continue to do that every day and you're doing the $80 method, which is a Gary Vaynerchuk thing, that's extremely important because you're following hashtags, you're commenting thoughtfully, you're doing all these things, and the engagement will come, the connections will come, and then the door will get opened up for a conversation. One of the templates I can share with your team, or your team is, or whoever is watching this.
Our community, the screamers need you, Ash. They need you.
I'm on so much coffee right now.
It's
so
okay.
The worst. One thing you guys should also follow is Bryn Tillman. She's a subject matter expert in LinkedIn. She's phenomenal. I just did a webinar with her on Monday. It was so good. We had 75 people on the call. It was real good. Yeah. And I have a recording, which I will share with the Screamer community. So it's free recording. You're welcome. Absolutely. But the one thing I do want to bring up, especially when it comes to LinkedIn, is that you got to be very gentle, because at this point, people are just looking for connection and people to chat with.
Yeah.
It takes, and have you ever heard the story of Paul Revere and William Dawes?
Tell me the story of Paul Revere, Ashley.
I'll tell you the story of William Dawes. So William Dawes he wrote the same track as Paul Revere, right? But history remembers Paul Revere because he was an information broker. He went to the right people and said the same thing that William Dawes did, except Paul Revere went to the right people. So that's how the message got spread. So for your business or your service, you got to remember that history will remember you if you're going to the right people that need to spread the message on your product or service. Wow. So when you have a conversation with somebody like that, it takes one person to make somebody's day. It took one person to get me off my couch after 2 weeks and not feel like I had to find a job. Like that took one person to be like, get the hell up.
Right.
I don't like how the conversation happened before. When I talked to you on the phone, you need to get up. I'm like, okay. So I got dadded by a buddy of mine, and I got my ass up. But it takes one person to do that. So if you guys are networking virtually, it's the same activity that you're doing on site, except you're changing it online. LinkedIn is going to be your number one tool. It's going to be your number one tool to use. And it's time now to be more intentional again about the people that you're reaching out to. One more tip that I will give as far as just kind of like handling like the
Yeah.
networking piece is if you go online to if you Google all of the industry names that LinkedIn has, right? You pull that list, put it into an Excel file, and just for your own network and your own brain of like who you have in your network that you can remember, or at least you know you've built the know, like, and trust factor.
Yeah.
You go in and put the names of people that you have in each of those industries. And what's important about that is that now it gives you a visual of who you have in your network and how are you, you know, providing value to them. If you don't have people in certain industry slots, that's who you network with.
Yeah.
Because the whole goal is to be able to introduce people to other people to engage in a space where they can be supported as a strategic partner. So strategic partners are identified as people that have a similar target market. So a divorce lawyer and a real estate agent are fantastic strategic partners because depending on the agreement, you may be upgrading or downgrading. So it ends up being where the client is the same persona based off of those two industries.
Love
Yeah.
I love this. I love you.
Thank you.
You're the best.
I love you.
Because I think that a lot of people are feeling as if this is happening to me.
Yeah.
It's not happening to the world, right? So a lot of people are living in this space where this is happening to me, it's not happening to the world, and I'm gonna wait it out over here and then return to the land of the living when this is done.
Obnoxious. Like, what are you waiting for?
What
Like, what are you waiting for? At this point in time, like, you're missing an opportunity where I know not everybody has a ton of time. I understand that to my core.
Yeah.
But it's just like going to an Italian mother's house and walking in and sitting down at the table and not helping with the dishes, right? Do you want to be the person that just sits there and waits for something to happen? Or do you want to be a part of the family and part of the process?
Oh, I love the part of the family.
And be part of the family part of that. And so, like, are you walking it? So, like, what kind of networker are you? Nothing's going to get done unless you're part of that process. Maybe you'll learn something about that family member. Maybe you'll learn something more about your spouse. But if you're sitting at the table doing nothing and waiting for something to happen, you're not going to get fed.
Yeah.
And if you are going to get fed, somebody's going to be cursing you out in Italian
100%.
for not helping out.
100%. 100%. I
do something. I'm over it. Do something.
Listen to me. Ashley Owens is going to give you the straight talk. She's going to continuously assist you in making sure you navigate both online and offline, how to get in front of the right people that you know, like, and trust. Ashley, if people want to get in touch with you, one of my favorite people, if people want to follow, fan, and like you, how do they get in touch with you?
AshleyAssist.com. It's on every single platform. Instagram is Ashley Assists. On Twitter, Ashley Assists. On all the other platforms, LinkedIn is my name, Ashley Owens. And right now, we've got 2 more days left. I'm not sure when you're posting this, but I got 2 more days left. The Champion program right now is a program where you get to work with me for an hour a month.
Yeah.
You get added to a Slack channel. So basically we're chatting all day about what's going on with your activities. So I give you networking activities to work on. And then you get 3 introductions from me as a strategic partner. Right now that Champion program is $175, and those are COVID prices, and they will double in May. Once that happens, make sure you get in on it now before the prices go up. But this will give you a chance to take all of your networking that you thought was online, offline to online. And I'm talking about tools and resources, follow-up plans, templates, things like that to make it super easy. And you get a chance to talk with me every day. So it's kind of fun.
Listen, just a chance to talk to you and to pick your brain and be able to have an understanding as to the best tools that you use. The next time that you come on, Ash, we're going to chat about some tools that people can use that have changed their life. Ashley introduced me to Calendly, and I've never been the same. I'm sure that she can introduce you to some tools as well. Thank you so much, Ashley, for joining me. I will see you soon, my darling. From all of us here at This Is It TV, I'm Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, and we will see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.